Wilson, are you there?
Good evening. We are a group of MBA students at UMI who will be taking you through the strategies PPPs can use to legitimize their work in society, and later on the key issues of market soundness in a PPP cycle. We refer to PPP as a collaboration between government agencies and private sector in order to finance, build, and operate projects. Examples of PPP projects in Uganda include the Bujagali, Umeme, Northern Bypass, Express, but to mention a few. The Uganda PPP Act 2015 elaborates that PPPs exist where contracting party, for instance, ministries, come together with public entities into a commercial transaction. Reasons why we carry out PPPs is to ensure economic growth through infrastructure and local developments, reduce government expenditures where budgets are constrained, improve operational efficiency, service delivery in our societies, and also to entice or to introduce private sector innovation. The key principles to consider in PPPs are value for money. Projects should show the worth of the money invested in the project in terms of service quality, and also public interest should always be put first vis-a-vis profit interests of the parties involved. Also, transparency and accountability should come into play in order to build trust in the public. Not leaving out the appropriate risk allocation for both public, private, and society at large. On to you, Max, to take us through the strategies that should be considered to legitimize PPP projects in society.
Yeah, thank you, Cynthia. I will proceed to the strategies to legitimize PPPs in society. To start with the changes in the public policies and laws, there should be accommodated in public policies and laws, accommodate the enabling environment for legitimacy and the delivery of efficient PPP processes. Then you can also look at the building capacity of local agencies to administer the PPP processes and guarantee the best use of the initiatives that will deliver quality public services and full participation of agencies in the processes. Also, we can consider public private operational model processes to ensure that the gaps are minimized in the processes and management structures. Then we can also improve on the legal framework to ensure that there is value for money, appropriate risk allocation, and management of the processes and innovation. We can also consider the improving on transparency and accountability within the process of managing and implementing of the PP structures. Through transparency, the public will participate and ensure that the process is legitimate. We can also embrace the best value bid evaluation systems that embrace the international participation of potential contractors to ensure that there is value for money and legitimate procurement system. We can also balance the interest of stakeholders, looking at the private sector, public, so that there is balance of interest in the process. Then you also to link the incentives to the performance of the PP participant, so as to ensure that the strategies can embrace legitimacy. In conclusion, the PPPs provide an important tool for government to expand and improve infrastructure and deliver services to citizens, and they can boost economic growth and poverty eradication if all the appropriate strategies are put into consideration. I
Thank you.
can now invite my colleague Derek to go us through the market sound.
Thank you so much, Max. Market soundness in PPPs is one of the key stages, and this refers to interaction between a seller of a financial instrument and one or more potential investors. It involves a number of activities which are part of an integrated PPP cycle stages. The main objective of market soundness is to test the private sector's ability to assume risk that are to be taken over or transferred via the concession contract from public to private sector. Throughout all the stages of PPP cycle, a number of activities are conducted in regards to market sounding. We shall mention just a few. For instance, in selection and prioritization, engagement of the market to build market knowledge is done. During value for money assessment, it helps market sounding or soundness helps in assessing value for money potential, and maybe during risk allocation as one of the other stages. Risk information is assessed, including preliminary allocation of risk is obtained during market soundness exercise. We have to bear in mind that once the governments have established the characteristics of projects, they have defined the initial output specifications, then the right project is chosen. My colleague will take us through the key areas to consider in market sounding. Back to you, Bruce. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Derek, for that elaborate presentation. I will take us through the key areas, the key aspects that are considered in order to conduct a successful market sounding. One is viability. This one tests whether the proposed business scheme through a cost-benefit analysis that is done, the feasibilities, the studies that are done before the project to establish whether the project is viable and it really brings out the value for money. Then the next aspect is capability. This one assesses the capacity of the private sector ability to achieve and deliver the project in the right time with the right specifications as per the terms of references agreed upon with the procurer or any government entity that is undertaking the procurement. Then to that, we have the capacity of the private. I was saying the under capacity, the private sector's ability in terms of the finance, in terms of the human resource, is assessed to undertake the project and see if it is feasible, and maybe the entity won't fail along the way to deliver the project. Then we also have the maturity as a key factor in undertaking market sounding. It should be within any project should have a timeline from inception to maturity, which is very key. And the timing of the market sounding is very key in any project to be undertaken.
Team, we had upgraded, we put the video only when you when you're presenting, it reduces width for some people. I think that's why Bruce went off. And we can't see his screen.
Can you see me now?
Yes.
The
Yes.
timing is a very key aspect in the project development and market sounding. It shouldn't either be too early or too late to undertake a market sounding exercise. I will invite my colleague, Wilson, to take us through the steps to undertake a successful market sounding exercise. Wilson, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Bruce. Quickly to the steps to successful market sound exercise is in line with any relevant procurement rules. Thorough preparation for any interface with the market to get the most out of the exercise. It is also key to consider market sounding exercise at an early stage in the project and consider the procurement appraisal process before formulating and procurement plans in detail. Background documentation is key. Be clear and about the issues to be discussed within the market. Clarity about the process to be used to select organization to help with the exercise is also key to consider the use of a one-on-one format with the selected organization. Involvement of more than one individual on the side of the public authority. Critical to be consistent about what you say to the respondent. Then also do not waste time receiving sales pitch. Do not restrict the scope of the market sounding in any way. Aim for a broader selection. And lastly, do not use procurement language such as bidders or otherwise to give the impression that market sounding is procurement opportunity. In conclusion, effective market soundness can anticipate issues that could reduce market interest in projects, which significantly reduces risks of non-competitive procurement process. Thank you so much, team. Back to you.
Thank you, Wilson. And thank you, team.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Well done, team. Thanks, everyone.